Oh, baby girl, huh? Baby? Come on, babies? Come on, babies? Yeah. You're the sweetest kiddo. You're just the sweetest. Crappy rainy day here. Overcast and raining, but praying for the folks down in Florida. Um, Spoke to our friend Salty. He's doing okay. Oh, there he is right there. She's a queen. Her name is Princess, but she's a queen. Glad you're doing okay, man. I'm glad you guys are good. I just messaged Donnie Miller too. See if he's okay. Um, Hopefully they are. I know he's pretty north in Florida, and I guess they're getting pounded right now. So um, I hope I hear back from him. I know, when you're in the middle of that stuff, and he's got all those animals and all that stuff to worry about, he's probably very busy. So I don't expect him to just jump on the phone and text me back, but I hope I hear back from him so that at least I know that, they're okay. Those damn hurricanes, man, they're just nasty. They're just nasty. Just destroy shit. And this is supposed to be the year. This is supposed to be a bad year for them, from what I've read and seen. I watched this one guy on YouTube. He's like a meteorologist or whatever, and every time I watch him, the guy's spot on with what he says. And he talked about how between whatever that weather front, I don't know if it was El Nino or La Nina this year. I think it was La Nina. Between that and the surface temperature of the water, because it was 96 degrees on the surface of the water in some parts of the Atlantic. I mean, that is unheard of. That is insanely hot. So between the two, he said that this was going to be a horrific year for hurricanes. I hope he's wrong. I hope he's wrong. Um, nobody needs that shit. Nobody needs it. It's you know, uh, just more stress for everybody, and everybody's got enough stress in their life to have to worry about this shit too. So I hope he's wrong. I'm glad. I'm glad, Salty. You guys you're good. That makes me happy. I hope Donnie and his family are good. I hope Jeff Townsend is good. I hope everybody down there is good. Anybody who's down there in the path of that stupid thing. It's crazy. You it's easy to not be grateful for certain things, man. But I'll tell you what, I'm grateful that we don't get hurricanes like that up here. We don't really get. Our bad weather is winter, right? We get terrible snowstorms up here. We get blizzards, we get whiteouts, we get nor'easters. But I'll be dead honest with you. When I watch the weather and they say there's a blizzard coming and there's a nor'easter coming, I get excited. I'm happy. I love the snow. It's beautiful. At least when it first falls, it's beautiful, and it keeps everybody inside. It's quiet out. Everything slows down, and I think that's important. You know, um, I think people don't do enough of that these days. So when there's a blizzard, there's a nor'easter, it slows everybody down. It makes everybody just kind of go, all right, well, we can't be out driving in this stuff. Uh, let's just chill. Let's relax. Let's stay in, hang out with the family. You know, watch some TV, watch some movies, play some games, whatever. Um, and that's important. You know, so sometimes Mother Nature intervenes. Although with these hurricanes and with tornadoes, it's not the same thing. It's much different. And don't get me wrong, we will lose power with blizzards, nor'easters. We'll lose power. And the people up here, if you are somebody in southeastern Connecticut who relies on, um, uh, oh, what are they called now? They used to be called the Connecticut Light and Power, and they're called something else now, I believe. But it's one of the power companies down here. If you rely on those guys, you're fucked. Their rates are sky high. I mean, like insanely high. It is robbery what they do. It's rape. The guys get paid an incredible salary, or they get paid hourly. I think, yeah, they get paid hourly, and it's a lot. So they go out and they just hang around for quite a while because they're getting paid. Why not? Storm and during a storm they get paid extra, and then if they're in overtime, and obviously that's more money. Um, if you got them and you lose power up here, you're down for days, easy. Hey Mike, what's up, buddy? What's up, man? Keep an eye on the water level next couple of days as the rainwater drains into the river. Oh, all right. Well, shoot. No, I hope it doesn't get too high for you, man. I hope it doesn't get too high. Um, but losing power is not fun. That shit sucks. Uh, I know what that's like. Luckily, where I was living, I had Groton Utilities, who just served the city of Groton, and we were on the line that went to Electric Boat, Pfizer, and I forget what else. Oh, the police station in town, municipal building. So they have to keep Electric Boat up and running because they have federal contracts and stuff that they have to fulfill. So if anytime we lost power, it was not out for long when I lived out here. It was like we powered back. There was an accident about a half a mile from my house. I think it was about 2 years ago. Uh, Guy was driving a Dodge Ram 2500 quad cab, right? I think that's what it was, King Cab. Um, Driving it around this corner, and I guess he was going about 75 on a road that the speed limit's 25. He missed the corner. The truck went off the road side of the street, which bounced the truck and rolled it all the way across to the other side of the street, where it then took down another pole. The line was on the ground. It was on fire. The poles were snapped in half. He had to be cut out of his car, and even still, with all that, we had power back within an hour and a half. So you're lucky if you lived in one of those areas, but not if you had Connecticut Light and Power, which I forget what they changed their name, I believe. But um, yeah, these storms suck. That's all I know. They suck. Um, so I hope everybody's okay down there. I wanted to say thank you to Dewey for coming on the show last night. He was under the weather. He'd gotten sick a couple days ago. Um, I guess with COVID. Uh, and I told him, I was like, you don't have to do the show, man. We can postpone the show. I feel bad, but he was like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. But I could tell he was under the weather, the cough last night and stuff. But so I'm really grateful for him for doing the show, and he's going to come on and co-host with me. I think I'm going to have him on, fairly regularly to co-host. I think I'd like to do that more often. So if any of you guys out there are interested in doing that, co-hosting the show once in a while, please let me know. Um, it's for me, it's nice to have somebody right there, even if it's on an interview, as a, to have you as a co-host, because then at least there's a back and forth banter that goes on right away, right? So if anyone's interested in co-hosting the show, uh, you know, once in a while, definitely let me know. Um, Dewey's going to do that with me occasionally. He enjoys coming on and sharing his stuff, and I love having him on. So it works out well. Look at this sleepy little kitty. Hello. Hello. Oh, the head nod. Oh, the rubbing. You the rubbing hand. You the rubbing the hands. You making the biscuits. Oh, you're making the biscuits. There you go. She's a darling. She's a darling. I love her. Oh, getting an incoming. Okay, so Donnie says they're good. Family's safe. Um, and that's good. And Stormy and his family are safe, so that's good. The calm before the storm here, all the birds went quiet, dead silent. What side of the storm are you on, Harvest Mary Moon? The west or the east? I guess Donnie said he had 8 goats get stuck in the fence yesterday, so he has to keep going out and check on them to make sure they're not getting stuck. I'm getting bit. I'm getting eaten alive right now by friggin' mosquitoes. Oh crap, you're on the eastern side. Oh shit. Yeah, that's the side. Oh shit. Yeah, that's the bad side to be on. Where are you located in Florida, darling? Bad side to be on. Where are you located in Florida, darling? If you don't mind me asking. Good morning, Jody. Oh, hey, Hope. What's up? Those tornado warnings too, man. That stuff, that's crazy. Florida's so flat. Hey, you watching? You watching the Garbage Man? You watching the Garbage Man's mama? Oh, the baby. I just talked to Donnie, Jody. Just talked to him. He just messaged me back. They're doing good. They're fine. They're getting a little wind and rain, not too bad. They're on the dry side of things. We need to pray for Harvest Mary Moon and her family and those people on the eastern side of the storm, because that's the bad side. Salty and Donnie were on the drier side of it. So Donnie's okay. East North Carolina, the storm comes across the bank northeastern flow pushes the water on. Oh yeah, okay. And you're only 3 feet above sea level. All right, yeah. So we need to pray for Harvest Mary Moon and the people over in that area, because that's where the storm is going to do the most damage. That eastern side of the storm is the bad side. The Outer Banks, beautiful area. Just a beautiful area. Also a really good show. If anybody's never watched that show, it's a good show. Yes, prayers for everybody in the path of the storm. Yep, for sure. These things are just nasty. They're just nasty. I just, I don't know. I don't get it. I know Mother Nature's got to do her thing, but I don't know. You just binge watched it. It's a good show, right? it did get a little goofy in the second season. You know, it got a little bit too crazy for me. Um, you know, all of a sudden they were like Indiana Jones. But otherwise, it's a good show. The first season was really good. It's crappy today here. It's windy and rainy. I've never watched How to Get Away with Murder. I started to, and I couldn't get into it. And it wasn't, just wasn't my thing. Oh, okay. All right. Right on. That's awesome. It's such a beautiful area. Have you ever watched the show, Mary? The Outer Banks? It's more of a, it's more aimed, I guess, at like a younger demographic because it's like teenagers in it. But it's the storyline of the show is really good. Oh, I agree, Jody. I agree, 100%. I agree. I think it's both. I think it's uh, man's playing. Oh, it is. It's filmed in South Carolina. Oh, that's right. It is. You're right. You're right. Summertime young, winter older. Do you mean like you when you're young you enjoy the summer more, and when you're old you enjoy the winter more? Is that what you mean? That's certainly how I feel. I used to love the summer. Now I can't stand it. But Jody, I think you're right. I think it's part man's doing. Come here. Where you going? Where you going? What are you doing? You gonna have some dry foods? Gonna eat some dry foods? Huh? That's a good girl. There you go. Good girl. Have a good day, Hope. Um, oh, okay. I think I know what you're saying. Meaning, there's a lot of young people in the summer, and then in the winter there's more older people. Is that what you're saying? Am I understanding that correctly? I used to love the summer when I was younger. I can't stand it now. I can't deal with the heat. It's just not for me. Those rich snobs like Chad, let them know on Precious Island. Chad. Chad and his ascot and his Sperry's. I can't believe that joke is still sticking around. Chad. His schedule. Mike, what are you doing? Are you driving, buddy? Are you driving to your new home? Is that what's going on? Oh, well, maybe that's true. Um, history's lies. It's his story or hers, but you know, basically what they're saying is it's a story that somebody is telling their way, right? Anytime that a human being gets a hold of something, you can bet that there's going to be a part of their agenda, beliefs, theories, feelings put into it. So history gets manipulated. We know that. And it continues to be manipulated. I mean, just look at the UFO thing. Not yet, huh, Mike? Damn. Get a drink, baby. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. What a good baby. She's so spoiled. It's crazy. So spoiled. She gets her wet food. She gets her dry food. She gets her water with flavoring. I mix her wet food up, and I put even a little bit of flavoring on the wet food to make it a little bit softer and to get her, you know, a little bit more water, because cats don't drink a lot. They just don't have they don't get the desire to drink like we do. They don't need as much water as we do, but then it can become an issue as they get older that their kidneys start to fail on them. It's very common in cats. So giving them wet food is of utmost importance. Making sure they eat wet food is of utmost importance, not just dry food. And then if you can get a little gravy, like cat gravy or whatever, to put on the wet food, any extra moisture you can add to it, do it. And if you can find those little squirt bottles of flavoring to put in their water, do it. Waiting on everybody else. Oh, that sucks, Mike. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope it starts moving soon for you. Kyle, you're a wonderful watcher of history and tells it like it really was and is. Well, I mean, I can only tell, you know, I wasn't there for most history, right? I wasn't around for it, but what I can do is try to get people to dig a little deeper than just what's on the surface, because I think for the most part what's on the surface is just that. It's surface level BS. And if you dig a little deeper, you start to find things that don't quite fit right, and it leads you to questions, right? And it's one of the things I always say, like, question everything. Question everything. Don't just take what someone says and you know, go with that. Question it all, because I just think it's super important to do that. That's how you find the real truth in everything, because human beings will lie, even if it's not meant to be malicious. It's just what we'll do. And history, his story, will be told in a way that fits with what those belief systems were at that time, or what those cultures and people wanted and needed to happen around them. So it gets manipulated. She will only drink Perrier. Yeah, right. For a cat, I suppose that's probably about the equivalent of Perrier. She doesn't like sparkling water. She likes it flat. Come here, Mimi girl. Come here. Come here. What are you doing? Come here, babies. Oh, I'm getting eaten alive out here. It's all rainy. It's all wet. And there's mosquitoes everywhere. and they love me. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on. Come sit. Come on, sweet. She's a doll. I love her. She's a doll. Come here. She's cleaning herself. Oh, trust me. I wouldn't say I'm a cat queen. A cat king, maybe. I've been. I'm an animal guy. I've been doing my own animal. I've been studying animals on my own just because I love them so much for so long, and I, all of my animals were all rescues, and helping these cats outside, working with the ladies at the rescue, and helped. I learned a lot of things really quickly about what they need, what they when they get sick, what to watch for, how to treat it. Thank God those ladies were just so nice and so willing to help all the time. Black cats are the coolest. They're mini panthers. Huh? He's a baby panther. You baby panther? He's a baby panther. You girl? Hey. Hey. Right now, I can tell. If I was to reach down and touch her head, she'd smack me. I can just tell. But her body language tells me everything I need to know. Hey. Now, if she reaches her head up on her own, we're good. But she just cleaned herself. She just got back and laid down in her spot. I don't think she's quite relaxed enough and comfortable yet. Tail flicks are super important too. If you have a cat and you watch the way their tail flicks, if it's moving side to side very slowly and calm, then basically that means that they're calm and they're relaxed, and you're probably in a good place to pet them. If it's moving fast, generally it means that they're either agitated or on edge or observing what's going on around them intently, and probably not the best time to pet them because it could startle them, depending on what kind of cat it is, obviously. With a cat like her, who's been outside her whole life, her number one thing is that she's always in, observation and protection mode. So I have to know when it's okay to pet her and when not. I've been smacked a million times by her. I've been scratched. And usually now, though, it's because we know each other so well, she doesn't use, her claws don't come out when she hits me anymore. That was only in the beginning. But now she keeps her claws in. Thank you, Jody. Thank you. All right, ready? I'm going to try to pet her. We'll see. You okay, Mama? Can I pet? Okay, she's making biscuits with her paws. Just me talking, so she's probably good. Yeah, we're good. That's another thing. If they're kneading on anything, you see their paws going and they're making those biscuits, then that's a good thing too. That means they're feeling good. Princess is beautiful. Oh, that's great. Harvest Merry Moon. Yeah, that's wonderful. I love people like that. I wish I could do that. Oh, that's great. Hey, Sonia. Yeah, ferals, especially ferals, you you have to be patient. You just have to be patient, and you have to follow the signs. You have to watch the body language. You have to watch the tail. You have to watch the eyes. That'll tell you everything you need to know. And then building up their confidence, because the thing about ferals is they don't know, they don't have a lot of trust for humans because they haven't been around us much, and usually the ones they have been around probably have done crappy things to them because people are not nice to feral cats. It's just the way it goes. um, People do shitty things to stray animals. They do. I've seen cats with acid burns. um, Horrific. I've seen people put acid in, purposely put food and water out with acid in it so that it'll either kill the cat or maim it. I mean, people are just sick. So for ferals who don't have trust, there's so many things that are important about earning that trust. And one is super patience. You have to take it slow, very slow. Um, when a cat slow blinks at you, when they, when their eyes get like this and they close them and they open them really slow and they look at you like that and they do that, it's them telling you that they have affection or love for you. Doing that back to them is speaking in their language. It's letting them know, okay, they're saying that they love me back. I know it looks goofy, but it builds a trust up quicker. Talking to them while they eat, um, and then obviously if you can get to the point where you pet them and touch them while they're eating and do that as much as possible, that's huge. All that's huge. um, and talking in a baby voice, right? I know it's funny, sounds funny, but there's a reason that we do that. It's because it's a happy sound. Uh, it's not a threatening voice, and so if you talk in that voice and you keep it, not loud, and um, the the cat will get more comfortable and feel safe, and slowly you'll start to build that trust. And all every I am a firm believer that every single feral on this planet can be rehabilitated into a house cat. I've seen it. I've seen it. People do it all the time. It just takes a lot of patience, time, and effort. People give up quick. That's the problem. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jody. You were flagged on rescues. What do you mean? What does flagged mean? Flagged usually means bad, doesn't it? But I don't believe that. Or do you mean like the rescues just they want they that you're the type of person they want? Probably that. People that are bad to animals are the worst kind of people. Period. Period. If you can do harm to an animal, um, you're sick. You're sick. Serial killers harm animals before they kill people. Um, oh, that's great, Jody. That's awesome. Thank you for helping. She's out cold. Also, grabbing a cat, not like yanking it, but massaging that loose skin, the scruff on the back of its neck. If you grab it and you squeeze it and you massage it like a mama would bite and hold them up from it. And even if you stretch it, it releases endorphins in the cat that makes them feel safe and comfortable because it's mimicking when their mother would carry them as babies. They always find you. They always find you. That's how it works. She's out cold. She's out cold. Alright guys, well listen, I'm going to hop off here. My battery's about to die. I didn't charge my phone again last night. I hope it doesn't get bad for you, Harvest Mary Moon. I hope it doesn't get bad for any of you guys if you live down there. I'm praying for you. And yeah, Sonia, most serial killers start out by killing animals or torturing them or harming them. It's awful. Just sickening. So, but anyway, let me hop off here. I'm about to lose my battery. I gotta get going. Have a great day, everybody. I love you all. Please stay safe. If you're in the eye of that hurricane, I'm praying for you, and I hope you're all safe and sound and have everything you need. I will probably be back tomorrow at some point, maybe probably in the morning again. All right, guys, have a good one. Love you.